Hey, Comics fam, I don't know if you've ever had to deal with an HOA or had a proctology exam, but I personally put them in the same category. Someone's all up in your shit, meddling where they don't belong, judging you the entire time, presents you with a bill for something you'd just prefer to have been left alone to begin with, and you walk away with a pain in the ass.
Let's smoke. You've been eating corn, huh?
Yeah, not your typical comic review intro, but that's exactly where my corrupt brain went after reading Neighborhood Watch, the new thriller from Sarah Gailey, Haining, Rebecca Nalty, and Jodie Troutman, dropping with Boom Studios.
Where is this going?
On the surface, this is a murder mystery. Two wildly different communities, Willow Haven, a pristine gated neighborhood, and the neighboring Open Arms Collective, who are forced together when Jill Hewett, a community leader and wife of a respected police officer, turns up shot all to hell in a tunnel connecting the two. The VP of the HOA on one side and the kitchen steward on the other side stumble upon the body at the same time. And naturally, the first thing both sides do, blame each other.
It's all her fault.
But that's not the real meat on the bone here. What elevates this beyond a standard banal whodunit is the thesis baked into it, a sharp, scathing, and humorous look at the division in our country through our smallest collective public social units, our neighborhood communities. On one side, tattoos, diversity, coconut milk, and Bob's Red Mill.
And some flaxseed granola.
On the other, overzealous neighborhood watch groups, loaded Lambrusco ladies, and Blue Lives bake sales. Two sides of a narrative coin, and right in the middle of it all, a mystery that forces them to interact from a writer who often analyzes their characters through a tragic, introspective lens, excluded from the power structures that they inhabit.
Well, that's just sad.
Situation normal, all fucked up.
Fucking depressing.
But what really sold me here were the details. The first 3 pages alone do an incredible job setting the stage. Page 1, the body. Page 2, Willow Haven, clean, controlled, geometric panel layouts, everything in its place. Even the gutters are rigid. There's even a clever nod to the day the earth stood still with a dog named Gort, reinforcing this idea of an outside force enforcing order into the community.
Eat a dick, Gort!
Page 3 flips that completely. The Open Arms Collective is organic, fluid, panels curve like tree branches. The environment feels lived in and human, with a general level of acceptance of imperfection, as long as said imperfection isn't a preference for putting real milk in your latte.
Sinful.
And that design philosophy carries throughout everything. Rounded panel edges versus hard corners, intentional spacing for lettering, color shading that creates depth and mood. This is a full team flex working together.
Are you flexing right now?
No.
Every creative choice is reinforcing the story and the divisions between the two communities and its people. Chef's kiss with these design aesthetics. And it all builds towards the inevitable conclusion when they find Jill.
It's a murder.
Because when these two groups are forced to work together, it's awkward, it's tense, it's messy. It's life, right? My one gripe, the line between these two worlds is so sharply drawn that it almost feels a little too on the nose, especially right now, circa 2026. We're all living in a moment where everyone's hyper aware of the other. Judgment abounds. And yeah, I say that as someone who's just staring at the clover in my yard today while my neighbor maintains a golf course level lawn and then sprays weed killer along the fence line like my existence is a problem.
Stinky weeds?
So yeah, that tension, that's real. But even with that, I'm sucked in because the storytelling here is sharp enough that I want to see how it all plays out. And at its core, the book is asking a very simple, very relevant question. Can people on opposite sides of the fence actually work together? Can we all get along? Totally, I'm getting a mix of Only Murders in the Building cross-pollinated with Stepford Wives. Throw in a little true crime energy, and this is absolutely going to hit for a lot of readers. And with Sarah Gailey involved, expect the unexpected. So it's about to be a movie, and since I have an established preoccupation with tattoos in comics, I want organized, stamped across my knuckles now. Read on, and you'll find out why. Yeti out. Peace.
Bye.